Hello gamers, welcome to the stream and happy Sunday. Hello guys. It's so nice to see all of you. Holy cow. For those who are joining for the first time, welcome. And those who come every time, welcome. And to my members, welcome as well. Hello guys. Oh, goodness gracious. I have a lot of art to do today. So I hope you're ready to watch a bunch of art unfold, because that's exactly what we're going to do today. I'm just going to work on some episodes of Persona Project in the background and answer any Q&A you guys might have for me. It's going to be a little bit of a chill day. It's kind of like bring your audience to work day, I guess, so that's what we're going to be doing. So yeah, it's really nice to see all of you. Hi! I'm Holly, otherwise known as PetPyves. I use all pronouns, you can't really mess it up. And I'm the creator of Persona Project, I'm the creator of 12 and Origins, and Brightside Master RPG, and many, many future projects. Oh my god, Blue Lagoon! That's so great to hear, dude. I'm so glad you're here for all of our lives. That's so much fun, dude. 10 months! Oh my god, you almost been here for a whole year. Thank you so much. It means the world to me, dude. So yeah, guys, today we're just gonna work on some Persona Project. I'm working on the very next episode, actually. This one's gonna be titled Photography, and it kind of is gonna go over Parker's skills as a photographer, which is gonna be really cool. I'm gonna show off a bunch of photographs that he took that I still have. Oh, Spider's webcam, how beautiful! I love playing Minecraft and listening to streams too! I'm so glad I could be the background to somebody else's Minecraft. This is like, my dream is fulfilled. Thank you so much. Yay! I'm so glad some of you guys have made it to the stream who haven't before, so welcome guys, welcome in. I was dealing with a little bit of chronic pain yesterday, so I'm a little groggy from that, but we'll bounce back. We'll bounce back. Just give me a minute to kind of wake up. That's why I was like, we're gonna do chill stream today. It's gonna be a chill time. Oh goodness. So I'm gonna talk about kind of what this episode's to be about, photography, and how I had a lot of different skills growing up, and how photography was just like one of my main focuses during Parker's era, and it's really neat to look through all of my eras and see like what hobbies and skills I had. So that's kind of what this one's going to be about. So you're going to see a lot of Wild Child and Blackbird, which is fun. Schmooze Magoose, it's good to see you, dude. And hell yeah, everybody should play Skyrim. The game is so freaking fun, dude. I love that game.
Hi, do you have a favorite color?
Hi, Rocky draws a lot. Thank you for the dono. First dono of the day. Thank you, thank you. My favorite color right now is orange. That should be made pretty apparent by the live stream background and everything, and like Robinera is covered in orange. I just really like orange right now. It's a good color, man. It's like, it's so peak. Oh goodness. But yeah, if you guys would like to donate to the stream, you can, no pressure. There's no need to if you can't, don't worry. I know the world is a cold and cruel place right now, and money is tight. But if you can, it helps me stay alive, so I appreciate it very, very much. But no pressure, of course. I'm never gonna be that YouTuber that's, like, begging on their knees, like, to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, because I don't care what you do. You're here now, that matters to me, so thank you for being here.
Hi Holly, I'm hunting for my first job. Any advice?
Slitstep YT. Oh, thank you for the dono. And my best advice for job hunting nowadays, especially with the onset of AI, with the onset of all of these companies kind of putting out fake job applications and things that they're looking for employees but never hiring and stuff. Oh, Lazy Artist, thank you.
I'm working on a stone chimney this week. Me happy.
Yay! That sounds great, June. I wish you the best of luck on your project, Lazy Artist. Thank you for the dono. But yeah, set step. My best advice is to go into places. Physically. Walk in if you can, plan a day, plan a route, go into places, ask if they're hiring, and if they tell you to hire online, ask them if they have physical applications, because it really shows that you care, and it shows that you're physically showing up and showing interest rather than just being another number on a computer screen, you know what I mean? Because honestly, that's how I've gotten all of my jobs in the past. I've waited around on putting applications in online and stuff, and it just never really paid off for me. And this is like, you know, back in the pandemic was kind of the last time I was looking for a job like that. So it's like kind of important to show up for those instances and show how much you care. And you know, it's really professional, in my opinion, to physically show up to a place. Even if they tell you to go online, just say, okay, well, I'll do that, but my name is so-and-so, so please keep an eye out for my application. I'm gonna call back next week. That's another thing you need to do. Call back and ask about a follow-up for your application. If you ever have to do it online or physical, just keep following up. That's kind of the best way to get a job nowadays. Hopefully that's some good advice. That's my sage, older internet sibling wisdom for you. Oh, hello, Pastel Softy. I saw that you made a little cover of May's Lullaby. I haven't listened to it yet. I'm like super behind on everything I want to watch. Oh my goodness,
Membership
Maddie!
paused again, but I hope you appreciate the big merch money.
Yeah!
Can't wait until I receive these.
Oh, heck yeah, Maddie! Holy cow, you got the Pun Day shirt! Oh my god, I love that shirt so much, dude. Heck yeah! Thank you so much for buying merch, dude. I hope you enjoy it. Oh my god. I love all my shirts. I'm wearing one right now. I'm wearing the Reap What You Sow shirt, which is like one of my favorite 12 and Origins designs that I made. Goodness, but yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah, today we're gonna work on some Persona project, yay! So this one's, again, all about photography in all of the other skills that my eras have had. So it's gonna be a lot about Blackbird and Wildchild, along with Parker. It's just like an interesting little episode talking about, like, Parker's POV and what Parker is kind of on about in this era with all of the interests that he has. Oh, Boingle, dude, 16 bots? Dang, dude, you've been here forever, dude. Thank you so much for that. I'm so glad that I can help inspire you to write and, like, enjoy your summer. Oh, I'm so glad. Heck yeah. I'm glad my hard work is infectious because you don't work a day in your life if you love what you do, you know what I mean? Like, I love what I do, and it is hard work a lot of the times, but I enjoy every minute of it. It's so lovely. Oh, I love it. Oh, Cosmic Canvas, hello!
Hi, Holly.
Hi!
I'm currently in NY right now. 3 question. What emojis will be used for the future era's episodes?
Ooh! That is a good question! Thank you, Cosmic Canvas. Hopefully you're having a fun time in New York, although I do caution everybody sharing locations and things just to be on the safer side of the internet. Remember to practice basic internet safety, but I will say the future emojis, I'm gonna use the cat emoji for Holly, just like the cat face, Holly's era, and then for Haley's era I'm gonna use a dinosaur, and then for Robin's era haven't decided, I might use the feather. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. It's either the feather or like maybe like an orange heart or like maybe the healed heart, you know, with like the bandages over it. I haven't decided yet for Robin's because it's so far out that I don't know. I don't know what to do yet. So that's a really good question. I almost, with Parker's, I almost made it a pencil instead of a key, but I was like, nah, the key is way more symbolic and fun. So yeah, that's gonna be that eventually. It's gonna be really fun when we go to color this because I'm gonna have to find some little old art of blackbirds to put on here. So, oh goodness, yeah, this episode's kind of covering like how I felt when I was younger about my skills, because there came a point in time where I grew a little resentful of the adults in my life and how they treated like my hobbies and my passions, because oh, thank you guys so much. Holy
You
cow.
inspire me and I want to learn to animate now.
Rocky draws a lot. Heck yeah, dude. You should learn. It is such a fun and valuable skill, and it's so rewarding. It's definitely challenging. Be prepared for a really nice challenge. If you like drawing a lot, then you'll like animating, because it's basically just drawing a bunch of pictures and making yourself a giant moving coloring book that you get to color. It is so therapeutic to me. So if you feel a little intimidated, just take it one step at a time. It's definitely a process, and you'll learn what works best for you. We have a question about recent video of Pastel Softy. The thing that appeared in his hands was a seed, because Collywobbles is a plant. And that episode was meant to be extremely vague on purpose. I had to kind of go through the comments meticulously. In case anybody was wondering, it's never okay to, like, breach my boundaries and my privacy and try to ask me really, uncomfortable questions, especially on videos like that where things are left intentionally vague. I saw a lot of people asking me, oh, what was your addiction exactly? You need to tell us exactly what that was about and what it was like and blah blah blah, and I didn't think that was very appropriate. So I didn't want to talk about it, so that means I don't have to, and I don't owe anybody anything, actually. Everybody who's listening has the privilege of listening. So I ask everyone to not pry for very specific details. If they're not in Persona Project, it's probably for a reason, and it's probably for your safety, honestly, because I don't want people to learn through me how to do bad things, right? Because I want to be a good role model, you know? I don't want people to abuse that, you know what I mean? So the questions have been gotten a little invasive lately, but I do enjoy the one that Pastel Softy talked about, because it is a part of the symbolism of the episode, is that, you know, Collywobbles was this plant, and once it was healed, it reverted back to being a seed, which I think is like how to perfectly symbolize mental health, because it is something that can just kind of sprout up if given the tools to be planted.
Did Parker's era prefer colored pencils or markers?
Lazy Artist, great question. Thank you for the donation. Preferred colored pencils. Markers were a little too permanent for Parker. Like, markers were just too terrifying, and like, I was always afraid that like the page is gonna bleed, and so, you know, I didn't want the colors to like get muddled together or anything, so I preferred things that were way more stable, like pencils, colored pencils. I didn't even use barely pen in that era because I just didn't believe in how permanent it was. I like the idea that I could erase stuff, because it's just like, traditional art was really hard for that. Like, it was very unforgiving. You did not have an undo button, you know? Oh, good. Another good question, Pastel Softy. Thank you. Yes, the other fragments of, like, if I were to heal all of the other entities, which we'll find out throughout Persona Project how that goes. For the Trickster, I think it would revert back to, like, just a single little jingle bell. And for Showbiz, I think it would just be, like, the little bow tie. For Figment's an interesting one, because Figment, I don't really count Figment as, like, a physical being, but, like, something that's, like, imaginative and, like, almost, like, not translucent, like, incorporeal, if that makes sense. So I guess Figment's might just be, like, maybe the little tag on Figment's collar. And then for Clockwork, probably just, the clock hands. Like, it would be, like, one fundamental part of them that could be easily, like, rekindled if they were ever to go away. Because that's how mental health works. It's not something that just, like, you're healed from forever and then you never deal with the problem ever again. It's kind of like a cold. You can catch a cold at any moment, you know what I mean? You just go through preventative measures to catch it. And I think that's really important to understand. Also, Sachikoko, I see your dono. I don't know why it's not reading it out, but thank you for that. Thank you, Sachikoko. Holy cow! What the hell? The music just burst! Okay, I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. What the helly? Sachikoko said, meaning you tamed it, and it can be replanted as something healthy? Not so much. No, I think it's something that could plant itself if I give it the right conditions to grow. You know what I mean? If I water it, if I fall back down that path again, which I don't want to, of course, but it could happen. And it's like, that's kind of the prospect that I was kind of getting to about mental health, where it's just kind of something that you take care of and you do your best to navigate, but at the end of the day, it can come back, and it's not a bad thing. You just have to remember how to tame it again and how to get it back down into a seed kind of thing. And I think that's like important for people to understand, because mental health isn't just magically fixed or solved by like one single action or moment in your life. It's just kind of like something you have to actively work on constantly. So I don't know, that was just kind of the point of the episode, and I'm glad a lot of people understood that. I'm glad a lot of people understood like what I was going for here, because man, I was really close to turning off comments on that one because it was getting a little invasive. Yeah, Arcs, you can call me Peeves or Holly. Just don't call me Pet. That's weird. I hate that. But yeah. Oh, goodness, yeah. Okay, so. What I was saying about my lovely little art I was drawing here about Parker and Blackbird and Wild Child was that I kind of grew a resentment towards the adults in my life, because I kind of realized at some point when I was a teenager that a lot of the skills that were encouraged by the adults around me were things that would benefit the adults around me, right? So example, it's like, oh, we're gonna encourage Parker's writing skills because Parker is gonna become rich and famous, and therefore we will be rich and famous. And it just kind of felt like this very slimy, slippery slope of these people had such high expectations for me, and it felt like the only reason why they cared about my art was because they were gonna make a cent off of it. And that's not something Parker likes. Like, this whole episode kind of talks about Parker's stance on art and why it's like sad to sell it and why it's sad to make money off of art, because art is more than something to make a profit off of. Art is like a very powerful tool. It's like resistance, it is culture, it is like everything but capitalism.
Q. Why do you draw Park's glasses on the same layer?
Cosmic Canvas, thank you for the donation again. Good question. Because it doesn't bother me when doing my coloring, if that makes sense. If it was like a annoying issue, like drawing my square glasses over me creates a lot of tiny little nooks and crannies that I could not color very easily. But with Parker's, since they're like half glasses, it's really easy to color around and it's not challenging. So that's why I draw it on his layer rather than when I draw myself. I don't, because it just, I don't know how to explain it, but there's less error for coloring. So I take care of things as on minimal amount of layers as possible, because I like simplifying everything here. Man, my sketch is really different from like what I drew, but that's okay, that happens sometimes. But yeah, I don't know, it was like there's like this big debate in Parker's era where I was just like, I don't know if I want to be an artist when I grow up, because I don't want to make money off of my art, because it feels wrong. It feels like the opposite of what art is meant to be. And so I had this big kind of moral conflict as a teenager of trying to gripe with the fact that like I needed money to survive in this world, but I didn't want to make money off of the things that I loved because it just felt wrong. And I think it's a really interesting debate, and like I feel like as a teenager I took kind of like a very like extreme side of that debate of like, I'll never make any money off of anything I love because otherwise I'm like doing a disservice to like what art means. And like, it's just really fascinating how far I've come as a person, because now this is my job. When which I do get some really funny commentary at the end of Parker kind of talking to Robin and like my current self and being like, so why are we making money off of our art? And it's like, so the end of this episode's got like a kind of a silly little ending, which is fun. Oh, cool! Stargirl making a series about ghosts? That's so freaking fun, dude. That's so fun, dude. I wish you best of luck on your series. We need more animated series. We really, really do. Hannah Rosen's. Drawing wheelchairs is really, really challenging. My best advice is to get a reference, or if you use a program like Clip Studio Paint, they have downloadable material, and I have a 3D model of a wheelchair that I use a lot, so you can kind of turn it at all different angles and sizes and get really, really good references. There's literally no shame in using reference, especially with something as important as a mobility aid, so honestly, that's my best advice, because I know they are quite complex and difficult, but I believe in you, dude. Dote and stuff animation. Zoo my era is like petting zoos. I don't really know. I know I love going to the zoo in this era because it's one of the few places I can go that's extremely accessible for me. So I could go around in my wheelchair and not have to worry about exhausting myself too badly. I guess my current era would probably be the one that's most, like, I guess, like, the only one that's gonna be like, yay, zoos, because, like, I used to think zoos were, like, sad in Parker's era, because, again, I was, like, very dramatic, and, like, didn't understand that, like, a lot of zoos are there to help animals who can't be released back into the wild and live, like, good little lives and stuff. Like, zoos are not evil. I don't know what that was all about. Not to say that there isn't, like, some that still need to be reformed and need to do better, but not all of them are like that, and I try to support the ones that are really good and help out endangered animals and stuff. Rocky draws a lot. Thank you again for the dono. It's probably not going to read it out because it has blocked words, because I have blocked words on my channel, but I will keep this $2 from AI. Trust me, AI is not welcome here. Thank you. Thank you for supporting a real person. That's appreciated. Housex are making a show based off of zodiac signs! Heck yeah, dude! That is so fun! Oh, goodness, yes. Also, Sachikoko, amen, amen. We need more black protagonists, we need more magical girl stories, we need more whimsy. Like, yes, we love the shows that have the tension and the drama, but it's like, sometimes we just need to have a little bit of fun, and, like, that's what a lot of my stories are gonna be about, honest to God. So, it's really nice, like, to be the change you want to see in the world. Oh, goodness. Oh, cool. I love hearing about you guys' different entities and, like, Persona Project concepts of, like, your eras or things that you're working on for yourself. Because that's really cool. It's, like, important to, like, learn more about yourself and, like, how your mind works. And I'm so happy that other people could take inspiration for what I started and, like, can turn it into something that, like, really helps them. Because that's, like, the best thing I could ask for after everything I've gone through in my life, is just that it helps people. Like, all I want to do is help people not have to feel the way I felt for most of my life, because, you know, I'm like an old fart now, and it's like, in my wisdom, I sit here and go, like, oh man, I wish I had someone like me to look up to when I was, like, younger. So now I just do that for other people. Because it's like, my method of healing is being like, if I can, like, help at least, like, one person not have to feel as bad as I did as a kid, then, like, I'm winning, you know? I've survived for a reason, and it's a good reason. all the eras giving sass right now, because we're being offered a bunch of stuff, like, to better our skills in this little frame, and it's like, we know why. It's not because they actually want us to succeed in life, it's because they want their little portion for being like, oh, we were always there for you. Because unfortunately with my family dynamic, it was never just like you received something because like it was never just a gift. There was always something else attached where it wasn't like, oh, we're gonna give you like this drawing book, Blackbird, because we love you and we want you to draw. It would be like, no, we're giving you this drawing book because we want to see if you'll become an illustrator and then we can benefit off of that. It was always like some weird kind of backwards manipulation going on in my family when it came to like receiving presents and stuff. Like you can see that in Wild Child's Era. I talk about it a lot because it really messes me up, because it's like I was always given stuff either as an apology or like a way to like, I guess, test me to see like where my skills were at and like try to get me to blossom into something useful. And it sucks. Like, I know I'm not alone in that experience. A lot of children don't have the autonomy and are treated very much like objects in that way. And it's something I really hope our future generations take a little more seriously, is giving kids more rights and giving kids more autonomy instead of just treating them like catalysts to make money or things to give presents to keep quiet. It's really sad. Like, I look back at my past and I'm like, yeah, like, this was an important episode to me to talk about, because I was like, you know, I really do love making art. And I think it's important to talk about, like, the motivation behind my art and, like, how resistant I am and how resentful I am to make money off of it. It's really hard. I'm still battling with it today. Like, it's still an intense skill I have, but it's like, necessary to keep me alive, so. Animation new? If you're trying to design a character, I'm assuming you already know what the character's personality is like, and I'm gonna say use shape language. It helps so much to build a character from, like, absolutely nothing. If your character is very, like, soft and, like, bubbly and fun and, like, happy, use a circle. Start with a circle. And if your character's kind of edgy and, like, cool and, like, combative, you know, like, use a triangle. Give it some sharp edges, and then if they're like big and strong or like shut down, stern, like give them square, you know? Like, try to use triangles, circles, and squares as your bases, and you'll be surprised how far you could go. Like, it's a really good tool. The first thing you need to know about a character is at least their personality or what you want to kind of convey through their design. So start with some shape language. Oh gosh. I can't really give advice to the owner of AOT. I can't really give advice on programs because I've only had the same art program for like ever. Like, I've only ever used like a handful of programs, and most of them are not mobile. I'm a PC user, I don't do mobile. Oh, I just realized what this frame is supposed to be. Here we go. But yeah, I can't really give advice on programs, I'm sorry. I don't try a bunch of programs. I would definitely, you know, look up another YouTuber who does reviews of multiple programs and actually is a master of different things other than me.
Can I get a wish luck for court this week? I'm so nervous. I apologize if this isn't appropriate to ask.
It's okay, dude. I wish you luck. I appreciate you not sharing any of, like, the sensitive details. I wish you luck with whatever endeavors you have and hope everything goes well, dude. Good luck. Good luck, lazy artist. Oh, the Puff, you've got your entities down. Cool, dude. It's so important. Like, that video I made, the how to make your own persona project, is really, truly, like, one of my magnum opuses of the channel, for real. It is just like the biggest resource I could possibly like conjure up everything I've ever learned in therapy and art and everything to make, you know, entities and personas and things, and do it in a way that's helpful and not hurtful, because I think it really is important that you approach those things with kindness and humanity, because unfortunately in a lot of the media that we consume, mental health is portrayed as the enemy or the bad guy or the villain who has some quirk. And it's not just a villain who has some quirk. It is like very real, and it's not appropriate at all for media to treat mental illness like this. And they're not the monsters or demons or villains of your story. They're just something that is trying to protect you, and it might be outdated. They might not be helpful anymore. And it's your job to kind of look them in the eye and say, hey, I know you're trying to help, but it's not helping, and we need to try something else, please. And you gotta treat them with humanity, and you gotta treat them nicely, because in their eyes, they're helping you, and they don't understand that they're hurting you. A lot of mental health is just mechanisms left behind of systems trying to protect you, and things that were routed into your brain because it worked one time. It must have worked at some point to keep you safe and well. So that's why they're there. Oh, yay! I'm so happy to hear all you guys' entities. I know I have a new entity I have finally designed. Maybe I could show you guys how that's going. Because I like sharing all of my process of Persona Project, because it's more than just like drawing episodes. It's definitely like background work of writing and designing and just meticulously trying to understand myself and convey it appropriately. So here's the new entity that I've been working on, named Candlewick. It's gonna represent my burnout, and it's really interesting because I used to have this character. If you've been on my channel forever, you'll recognize this little shadowy cat. That was basically like Holly, but the letters are jumbled up. And it's kind of this shadow version of myself. Like, it was kind of like my first entity, let's be honest. Like, this is like 2016, my first entity that I ever made. And it was just swirly eyes and it was all shadow. And I used to think of like my mental health as like this shadow that would overtake me and make me into like the person I did not want to be. I used to think of it as like this gloopy, kind of melty candle wax. And it was just something that was like, once it solidified, it was like stuck, you know? And so for Candlewick, I wanted to take inspiration off of like what Holly era experienced and how she drew it and interpreted it back in her era, and turn it into something a little more friendly, I guess, and a little more personable, because unfortunately, like, the way I used to view my mental health was very resistant and angry, and I just had a lot of resentment towards myself for being mentally ill. And it wasn't a very healthy relationship I had with my entities. It was very much like the classic, like, you're the bad guy and you're weighing me down and I hate you. And it's because I didn't understand myself or my mental health yet, because I wasn't in therapy yet. And so it's like, it's a huge growth for me to show that Holly era went from the wrong way of doing it, and then now I'm here doing it the way that it's meant to be done, and kind of nodding to it. And it's like, they have, you know, a little candle on their head. I thought that'd be interesting if they're like made of wax and they've got like this little candle burning. And I gave it a little bit of Trickster's features with like the little bells on the ears, because it is like a bit of anxiety, it is a bit of depression. When it comes to burnout, it's like, it's kind of its own category in my opinion, with at least the way that I experienced burnout. I wanted it to be cat-like in the sense that it's like, yeah, it came around in Holly's era and I want to refer back to this shadowy cat that it was based off of, but I also wanted it to be kind of a ghost, because it is kind of this ghostly thing that comes over me sometimes, and like I can feel the wick burning down until it's way too low, and then this thing just kind of starts to take over. And so I thought it'd be like a really interesting metaphor for burnout. and how important it is to like take care of yourself during periods of burnout, because I feel like it's one of the mental health crises that are not taken seriously enough, and it takes many years to get over burnout. It's actually crazy. And it's something I wish I knew sooner about it. So that's one entity I've been working on lately, is working on episodes with that. That's gonna come up later in Parker's era. It's gonna be really interesting to see how it goes, because I have yet to animate it. I like to do a couple little animation tests to see like what it's gonna look like when animated and done, just so I have an idea of like how to keep it consistent. So I haven't done any animation tests yet because I'm still kind of feeling out the design. That's just kind of how I work. I just kind of work in very slow, small steps, because with being autistic, sometimes doing change way too quickly is like really upsetting to me, and so I have to take things really, really, really slow when I'm like, dang, I thought I had all my entities done, and now I have this other one that I realized I really needed to include, and now I'm like, oh my gosh, it changes a lot of things, and I gotta like adjust to the change very slowly and be patient with myself. Which I can do, I just gotta give myself the time. Okay. We have Wild Child with her camera. Because Wild Child, this is like, what I'm animating right now is gonna be like a little sequence of things that I used to make and like skills that were encouraged by the adults around me. And this one was my little storytelling through my little action figure videos I used to record with my brother. And it was like this adorable little like Webkinz little show I used to make, and it was like about this like Webkinz spy. Because I was obsessed with spies, bro. I don't know what that was about, but I had like such a fixation on spies as a kid. Like maybe it was Spy Kids that like got that into my poor little head. But I was like freaking obsessed with spies when I was younger. And so I was like, I'm gonna make my own spy show out of Webkinz. And so we had this little mouse named Snowy. Little Webkinz mouse. And Snowy was the secret spy because she was a mouse, so she could fit into like small places, and like we do like all these little like sequences of Snowy like getting into like evil layers and like getting the bad guys, and like it was just so silly. Like I miss the whimsy of like taking my little stuffed animals and turning them into little stars and being like, heck yeah, Snowy, you're gonna be the Webkinz spy, and like going all in on all my creativity with that with my brother. So yeah, we're gonna draw some of the Webkinz spy characters. Snowy being the main character, cause she's the goat. But I also had my snake, my little Webkinz snake, who I still have and adore, named Sizzle. Sizzle was the cool guy. He was like the boss of the spies, I guess.
As one whose burnout has gotten worse this summer, Candlewick's design is perfect. Also, I shouldn't be donating since I lost my wallet, but fry money.
Oh my gosh, Missy, thank you so much for donating nonetheless. That's really nice of you. Oh my gosh, I hope you find it, dude. What the heck? That must be really stressful. But yeah, I'm glad that you think the design is well and good, because I think it turned out pretty good. I'm just gonna probably see if I need to tweak anything by the time. I think it happens in the next year of Parker's era. Yeah. Don't quote me on that though, because the scripts are bound to change the more that I go through with things. Like, a good example is the recent episode about Collywobbles was changed entirely.
Alongside changing size, my paranoia, aka Osor, can also create a bubble that separates us from the world, because that's what panic attacks feel like.
The puff! That is so incredibly smart and so incredibly amazing to depict. Like, I think that's a really good way to portray that. That is really, really cool, dude. Thank you for sharing so much. Oh my god, thank you both so much for sharing. That's so wonderful, dude. That's exactly how it feels to me too, because it's like the world just kind of fades away. And it's like nothing else can like reach you or get to you. It's a very interesting defense mechanism, panic attacks are, and they're so different from anxiety attacks. So I think that's really, really great, dude. Oh, goodness. I'm trying to make sure I hydrate. It's like, it's not hot, but it's certainly muggy. It's supposed to be rainy and stuff around here today, and it's just like, it's kind of sunny, but not muggy and not. And it's just like this weird in-between where I'm like, okay, if you're gonna rain. Come on, Mother Nature. Make up your mind. Oh, gosh. Wandering Souls. Things are going well. I'm doing alright. I have a very important doctor's visit this week that will kind of determine how alright I am physically. But mentally I'm doing good. Mentally I'm doing okay. Been a little stressed, to say the least, about the recent YouTube news. And I have yet to figure out what I am going to do about all that. A big part of me is hoping with enough backlash, their recent changes won't go through. Because, man, if you're not up to date on all of that, YouTube is really, really gonna try and destroy us small creators. So, it's definitely something that's been on the back of my mind. We have about 6 months until the change goes through, but just know if the change does go through, some major changes are going to happen on my channel in order to keep me alive, because I am disabled. I'm neurodivergent, I'm disabled, I have definitely a lot of barriers here, and being paid by YouTube to make videos right now is my only source of income. And it's keeping me from being on disability, and otherwise my whole life is going to be turned upside down if YouTube does this to me and all the other smaller creators. I can explain a little bit about the news because I like to be transparent about like what it's actually like to be a YouTuber right now, because I think it's important to be talked about so that way people can kind of understand like what is happening and why, and can therefore help us in telling YouTube that we're not happy about it, because most people are not happy about this from all the news that I've seen. It's completely and utterly unfair. It's a big, nasty corporate move of them to just essentially, they're trying to get out of paying their creators for the free content that they get to make money off of, and it's absolutely disgusting. It's as disgusting as it sounds. To put things into perspective, right now I am a YouTube partner, and I got into the partner program forever ago, back when I had like 10,000 subscribers, like, and I was consistently kind of making origins and like long form videos, and shorts hadn't even been a thing yet. I've been a partner since like literally like 2 years after I started YouTube, so that would be like 2018 is when I became a partner. So that's not the problem for me, because they're raising the bar of how you can get into the partner program, which makes it damn near impossible for anyone new to join the ranks of YouTube. Secondly, they're changing how monetization works, and it's absolutely point-blank evil. Because basically, in the partner program right now, there is no limits, right? If you make shorts, you get a percentage of the shorts creator pool sent to you, regardless of how many views you get and stuff. Like, it's obviously like a little determined about how you get views, but it is not entirely based on the fact if you get a certain amount of views. It's like, if you get 1,000 views on your short, you're gonna be paid, you know, the rate of, like, if it's like 5,000 views gets you like $1 or something. You'd at least get like your $2, right? Now there's a limit. Now there's a certain parameter you have to fall under to get paid at all. And it's over a 90-day period. And it is a gigantic number, guys. It is like impossible for an animator like me, even with the speed in which I can animate. I can't even imagine trying to keep up with this. I'm pretty terrified about what it's going to do to me and my health if I attempt to keep up with these impossible standards. Right now, my channel every month gets about 3 million views, which is plenty, and I make just enough money to survive. I'm not making money to put into my savings. I'm very humble about this, y'all. Like, I'm not making a ton of money off of YouTube, which is fine because I don't care to. As long as I'm surviving, I am perfectly happy, and my dreams are achieved, right? I'm getting to tell my story, and it's helping people, and like, what more could I possibly ask for? Other than the basic right to survive while I'm healing through my mental health crisis, right? Now, they want me to get 10 million views. 10 million views over 3 months. And let me tell you, if I keep going at the rate that I'm going, I'll be 1 million views short. And if I happen to be that 1 million views short, they won't pay me at all. And that'll be an entire portion of the year that I'm not getting paid for it. Can you imagine me working as hard as I do for an entire month, only to reach the end of the month and be like, oh shoot, I didn't get enough views. And then I don't get paid at all. Like, how am I supposed to pay my bills? How am I supposed to take that chance? Because it's not up to me how many views my videos get, it's up to YouTube. So that's what I'm mostly concerned about, is the fact that they have complete control over this algorithm, and they're probably just looking for an excuse to not pay people, and they're probably going to keep my videos just under that 10,000 or 10 million view mark, so that way they don't have to pay me. They can just show ads on everything that I have made, and I don't get to see a cent off of it. It's disgusting. It is absolutely greedy, nasty, late-stage capitalism bullshit. And it has stressed me out so badly that I've developed even worse insomnia lately. Like, it has just not been fun. Like, I know that no matter what, I will prevail. It will be okay. But I just want you to know that a lot of your smaller creators are going to be really heavily impacted. Because this is clearly for the people who get to sit in front of a camera, be beautiful, and get millions of views instantly. This isn't for the people that have to draw thousands of frames just to put out a video. This isn't for the artists. This isn't for the people who have quality videos over quantity of videos. These are for the fast fashion, fast making content, the trends, the everything that is bad about YouTube, and they're hinging it all on shorts. And it makes me so upset because YouTube's platform is way more than just short form content. But yet YouTube has YouTube Music, YouTube TV, they have mobile games you can play, and it's like so utterly ridiculous how YouTube is trying to become absolutely everything when it's literally meant to be long form videos. It's absolutely ridiculous. I highly encourage anybody who cares about the small creators that they support to go and find a way to communicate this to YouTube. I know that there's a lot of YouTubers right now covering the news, and we've really got to get their attention that this is not okay. Because it's not okay. It's just not okay. They can't just show ads on my artwork and not pay me for it just because I didn't get the amount of views they wanted me to. It feels illegal. It's gotta be, you know, like, it's like so absurd that I just sit here and I'm like, there's no way. But that's what's happening right now. I got the notification in my YouTube studio, and they threatened me that if I don't sign basically the contract that this whole entire ordeal is, that I'm not going to get paid at all if I don't do this by the start of next year. And I haven't signed it yet because I don't want to, and I don't think I will. Unless they absolutely continue to go through with this plan of theirs. They're already making it horribly unfair. They're about to raise... Well, that's happening tomorrow. Tomorrow, they're going to raise all of the membership prices for people in other countries. So example, if you're a YouTube member of mine, keep it that way because it'll keep the rate that you have right now if you're in a different country. But YouTube's brilliant idea is, oh, we have to keep up with the rest of the world and how their stuff is priced, so we're just gonna raise all of the prices of anybody outside of the US. And some of the prices are ridiculously unfair. Or even if I put my prices at $1, it's like, cool, this is like essentially $25 in another country. And I'm like, that is crazy. Like, you're being, oh my god, YouTube is being so evil anymore that I wish there was somewhere else I could go, but there really isn't, unfortunately. It sucks really bad, man. I wish we were in this state of the world and society right now. I wish we had more independent places we could go. Cause you're right, yeah, I wish I had a Ko-Fi or Ko-fi, however you pronounce that, or a Patreon, but the problem is they take such a large percentage from the creators that it would literally put me at jeopardy. YouTube already takes enough of my money from me as well, but it's at least enough that I could survive. YouTube, unfortunately, has the least vampire tendencies when it comes to their creators and the money they earn. And that should say a lot, because, good lord. Some of these places, there's reasons why I don't use them, and it's because they just take too much from the small creator for hosting a platform. It's definitely, like, I could make my own website, but even then I'd be paying some other company to give me a platform, and it's like there's no escape unless I'm like a coder. Which I'm not. I have other skills. That is not one of them. I tried it. It does not work out well. But have no fear, my YouTube isn't going anywhere. Even if I don't make money off of it, I will figure out another way. We will just open up commissions more, and I'll take art commissions, and I'll probably have to just make a living off of doing that, or just relying solely on y'all's donations, and that's like fine. Or hell, I've even thought about it because for whatever reason, their new deal, their brilliant new idea is that, oh, if you don't get 10 million shorts views every 3 months, you know, no money for you. But all of your long form videos won't be touched. So the weird thing is, all the monetization for long form videos doesn't have any, like, set amount of money you need to make before they pay you for long form. I'm so serious, Persona Project will just become long form. I'll just stop uploading to shorts entirely. I don't care. I'll just be like, okay, fine. You don't want to pay me for my work? I'm gonna make sure I'm uploading it in a way that I at least make some kind of profit so I'm not struggling to survive as a disabled person. Okay? Like, just so everybody's aware, it's not like it's gonna make me quit YouTube, because I've done YouTube for free forever, and I will continue to do YouTube no matter what. I can't get another job right now. I'm too sick. I have a lot of health problems, and it's just really bad timing on their part to kind of stress me out worse with all of the diagnoses I've been facing and all of the really scary things that have come up in my life lately. It's like the last thing I thought was going to become unstable was my freaking job. But here we are. And I know this is a reality for a lot of us, unfortunately. So I'm not going anywhere. I am clever, and we will get through this. Just as we have anything else random, crazy, catastrophic things that YouTube and other social media platforms have presented us with, we will prevail. And it'll be alright. You know, I have faith that if I've made it this far, I'll continue to survive, but I really do fear for my fellow creators.
I miss the old days of YouTube back when it didn't get sold off to big corp who. YouTube during the 2000 to 2017 where the best YouTube had been and will never return.
Amen.
Crying face emoji.
Amen, Wandering Souls. Thank you so much for the donation, dude. I really appreciate it. But no, I 100% agree. Back when I uploaded 12, back in 2016, and back in 2015 when I was just like, oh, thank you, Rocky Draws. Thank you, dude. For you. Thank you, Rocky Draws, a lot. No, thank you both. Like, I agree. I miss old YouTube so bad because, like, that's what I grew up on, man. And, like, that's where I started my journey as an artist. And I absolutely miss that. I miss the freedom that came with all of that. And, like, there was just something so fun about opening up YouTube, and all it was just a search bar. And it was like, you never know what you're gonna find. You just gotta be creative enough to search and go, I want to watch, like, Pokemon AMVs or something, and you, like, Google it, and then you find a bunch of Pokemon AMVs, and it's like, whoa, like, and you get to find a bunch of new creators and stuff that, like, they equally get shown, and it's not like oh, this person has more views, so the one with the most views gets shown, or blah blah. There was no algorithms. There was no opening up a homepage and waiting for something to tell you what you should watch. It's like, nah, you had to go and look for your content, man, and it was so fun because you would find treasures. Man, I cannot tell you how happy I was when I first stumbled upon, like, the science side of YouTube, and I was, like, really invested in, like random videos, like the random Vsauce videos where it'd be, like, discovering, like, indie websites and things that were, like, really obscure and fun, and, like, man, I miss that so much. Oh, goodness. I've been yapping.
You've been inspiring me to start sharing my art on YouTube.
Hell yeah.
I love your perseverance and determination.
Hell yeah.
I hope that real creatives will prevail.
Hell yeah. We super will, dude. Very Blue Art, I'm so happy. Thank you for the donut. I'm so happy you posted your art, because your art is freaking wonderful, dude. I absolutely love your art. It's grown so much, and you're always doing such creative things. I'm so happy to hear that, dude. And, like, I believe that anybody should be able to do their YouTube and, like, be able to, I don't know, make a living out of doing something that you love. It shouldn't be that hard, right?
I'm sorry for interrupting again, but I heard Rhythm Heaven music in the background. Did you play that as a kid? I loved it as a kid and still now.
Oh, and Cosmic Canvas, thank you again for the donation, dude. Oh my god. Hell yeah. No, I played it a little bit. It was just, like, it was something that I used to play at, like, my family's house, like, when we would go and travel and visit to see, like, my cousins and stuff. They had it, and we would play it every time we went over there, because it was, like, one game we never had, but for some reason, like, my cousins did, so it was, like, so much fun to play with them. That's where all of my memories of Rhythm Haven are. It's, like, not my own games. Oh, but this one's Mystery Dungeon. This is where I'm from. This is my game. I love Mystery Dungeon. Any Brightside enjoyers know what I'm talking about, because the whole game was just Mystery Dungeon soundtrack. Alright, here we go. We're gonna do some Parker now. Thank goodness. I'm overdrawing people in the background. Try Newgrounds, Baracon. Good idea. It's just the problem with Newgrounds is, like, it just doesn't have enough traction, right? YouTube has such a chokehold on everybody that there's no guarantee that if I was like, hello everybody, I'm moving to Newgrounds, follow me, like, no way would all of my 200 and almost 50,000 subscribers follow me, right? There's no way all of them would collectively go, yes, Holly PetPyves, we are going to a new platform just for you. Unfortunately, it is so inconvenient that people won't do it. And it's like, big creators don't have to worry about that, because even with, like, a percentage of their following, they would be fine. But the big creators are the ones that won't move. We'd have a great movement if, like, the big creators did it, because it'd be enough people to constitute them moving, and they would still be okay. You know what I mean? If I moved and only, like, a couple thousand followed me, that would be putting my life at jeopardy. And it's like, I can't take that risk, but they totally can, and they should, and they won't, unfortunately, because it's convenient, and it's like, It stinks. And, like, I know everybody listening will absolutely follow me anywhere I go, but it's like, unfortunately, if you're also watching a bunch of other artists on here, you're gonna want to go and catch up on what they're doing, and they're not on Newgrounds because they can't afford to be, and it creates this conundrum of, like, I see why we haven't moved platforms and why it's so hard. It's really going to take a change from, like, the people who can afford to make that change. And until the larger people kind of step up and take the first steps because they have the ability to, I don't foresee us moving anytime soon unless there's like a, you know, led by the big creators, a big enough revolution of people moving. Otherwise, that's not happening. If like a few small creators do it, it's just not enough, you know what I mean? So, all that to say, PetPyves is going nowhere. We're staying right here. I'm going to continue to make stuff. Even YouTube be damned. If they want to make a ton of money off of me and not pay me, that's literally their own problem. And I will continue to be the positive change and optimism and joy and whimsy in the world that I want to see, even if it bankrupts me. I don't care. I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. So, it's definitely like not what I want to do, because I obviously really need to stay alive, but it's like, I don't care. Like, my art means too much to me. I'm not going anywhere. I just really hope that those who have the ability to move can and should wake everybody up and get them to move too, so that way people like me can also go without sacrificing all of my life and safety. So, rant over. YouTube is really testing us right now, and we just gotta make sure we're being loud enough and telling them how much we don't want this, because that's the only hope we have, is that they say, oh, well, never mind. Clearly this isn't the route that we need to go. Silly us. That's all we can hope for at this point. Because, yeah, I don't know how much faster I can animate, y'all. I don't know if I can make, like a third more content than I already make, because it's already hard enough with my growing disabilities that are getting worse by the day. It's just like, I don't know how I'm gonna do that, you know? But goddamn it, well, I try, and I'm gonna keep putting out videos no matter what. It's just crazy times we live in, you know? That's why I try to stay positive. That's why I look to the past so much with Persona Project and know that I fought so hard to be here and it will be okay. Oh goodness. Have I ever seen Bill Nye the Science Guy, Rose the Werewolf? Absolutely! I freaking love Bill Nye the Science Guy. That dude raised me, dude. I loved whenever we got to do any of like the VHSs in class in school. It was always so much freaking fun, where it was like, oh heck yeah, we're technically watching something fun and entertaining, and we don't have to sit there and listen to some teacher yap in front of a board. Oh, this is so glorious. It was just like the best days ever as a kid, I swear. Alright, so Parker right now is just kind of ranting, in case you're wondering what I'm animating. He's going off about how he doesn't want to make money off of art, which is like such an ironic thing to talk about after everything I just said. Because like obviously I have such a different view on it now. I'm like, man, I don't really have a choice. Like, this is how I'm surviving right now through all of the crises that I'm going through, and like it's like so important that I get this opportunity to like live. And I can tell my inner teenager is just gonna be like, huh, you don't need to do all that, like, how dare you? And it's just gonna be like, oh, I could see myself having to sit here and be like, Parker, it's okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, Kelpie in your cup. I love your username, that's so fun. Have an amazing day, dude. Oh yeah, Shimokwa, that's a good point about like moving platforms. Unfortunately, like people just don't do that. I wish they would, dude.
My clinginess has a handtail that can grab things.
Dude, the puff! That is so neat. That is so... Oh my god, like an Apom from Pokemon, dude. That is so incredibly smart. Like, I love this. Like, your entity sounds so fascinating, dude. Like, that is so cool. And turning clinginess into an entity is also really, really cool. And it's like nice to have to heal that part of yourself and look at it as a way of like, no, I'm this way for a reason and it's okay. Because a lot of people think it has a negative connotation, but really, it's not. And I think that's really cool, dude. Oh, the healing going on. This makes me feel so much better. Yay. Cosmic Bear. I answered this earlier in the stream. My favorite color is orange. Everybody in the colors today. Yeah, I like orange. It's just... It's Halloween. It's bright, it's citrusy, it's sunny. But it's also warm. It's just... It's a good color for me right now, I think. Usually, like, my default favorite colors are yellow and green. So orange is just kind of like another earthy tone, I guess, that I like. Alright, Parker. Parker's giving a speech, because that's what Parker does best. I hope you've understood in all of the episodes that Parker has had so far that, like, Parker essentially only gives speeches. Parker is a very, like, emotional, like, poet who will just lament endlessly. And it's like, amen! Like, as you should, Parker. This part's gonna be really fun because I'm gonna have, like, Wild Child run up and, like, Parker's gonna pick her up. Because Parker and Wild Child are really connected. Like, they're really deeply connected, and I absolutely love that so much. My inner teenager is really in touch with inner child. In ways that my inner preteen was not. Oh, that's so good. Inferno the Dragon, I'm so glad it's helped you. Holy crap. Oh, Pastel Softy, yours his name is Swaddle and she's a snail. Stop. That is such a great lore for your anxiety. Like, a little weighted blanket. Oh, stop. That is so sweet. I mean, stop in like a slash positive, like slash silly way. Like, I'm like, stop. That's so cute. But like, I don't mean it like actually stop. Okay, just for full clarification. It's just my bit of a flamboyant way that I talk. Does Parker do debate? Dog, boy bark? Yeah, actually, I was in a debate, I was in a debate club, actually, legitimately.
My trauma is alarm clock shaped because small clocks like that make me think of high school. Also, is there a way I could show you my entity's designs?
Oh, heck yeah, the puff! You can submit it as fan art if you'd like. It will be shown on, like, the next stream, if you're okay with that. Otherwise, I have an email as well. I probably won't be able to respond, but you can definitely show me stuff. It's just, my poor email is overwhelmed. You can find that in my channel description. But yeah, I definitely highly recommend showing it off because I love when people submit their entities and things because it's, like, so creative and interesting and, like, it can help other people be inspired. It's really fun. Alright, Parker. I was so yapping so bad I forgot what I was drawing for a minute. Parker's gonna be leaning down to get Wild Child. Because she's like talking about, like, Parker's talking about, like, why he does art. And it's very much connected to Wild Child. So yeah, that's like kind of why I'm gonna have her run up and Parker's gonna keep talking and like take her up in his arms. Cause I'm like, oh, they're so connected and it's so lovely to see them, to see some of them get along. Cause Blackbird sure likes to pick fights with everybody, and it's like, I understand why. She's just kind of edgy like that. Oh, that's so good doing stuff. That's so good. I'm so glad that everybody's like, who needs therapy is getting it and is learning how to tell their story, because it is really important, because the more that you talk about your story, the less space it takes up in your head, because you kind of have a piece that comes with it and like a conclusion to things that never did. Like, the whole point of at least my experience of my therapy was to get me talking about the things that happen to me so much that I just get sick of it and I don't want to talk about it anymore and I don't want to focus on it anymore, and it stopped eating up so much of my energy and time because it's healed and there's nothing more to say or do about it. I've already got it. I've told everyone everything, you know, and everything that I thought nobody else would ever hear has been said and done, and there's a lot of healing that comes from that. So that's why I think personal narratives are so wonderful. And like, if you ever need advice on it, I made a whole video about it called How to Make a Persona Project. Highly recommend looking at it if you are in the market for making such a thing. It has everything that you could possibly ever want to know about how I made my own persona project. Kitekin, I love how you basically have my vocal stem. La la la. I love Persona Project. La la la, la la la. Ya la la. Oh my god, it's one of my vocal stems right now. It's just going la la or la 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 la. It's so fun. Oh goodness. Arcs? Yes, I do all the voices in Persona Project. I've been doing voice acting for like a decade now. I've been doing it as long as I've been doing YouTube, because my first series, I knew it was a skill I wanted to make a reality. So, you know, in 12 I voiced May, and that's kind of where it all began. But yeah, I voice all the characters in Persona Project because I think it's really important my voice is always being heard. Because it's my story, it's my life, it's not really anybody else's place to speak for me, if that makes sense. Yeah, bop bop. I love when the Koopas go bop. Bop. This is so silly. Freaking love my stream music sometimes. It's so silly. I'll be talking about the most serious shit you've ever heard, and then it'll just be like bop bop, and it's like, yep, that's just how it works around here. Okay, wild child. Get. I was gonna say yeeted, but then I also wanted to say yoked. Get yoked. Past tense of being yeeted. Get yoked. I also fix that a little bit. Curse Nintendo for making like the best music. God damn it. It's so good. Why is it so good? Ugh. I hope you guys understand how many streams I've just had to like tank because I'm just like, to hell with it. I want to listen to Nintendo music. And then it's like, actually, we're Nintendo and we own that and you suck and you're not allowed to like our music and we're gonna take all of your money. And I'm like, okay, fine, jerks. Jesus. The things I will sacrifice just to listen to Coconut Mall on my live stream is really funny. I just like love it that much. Orphan EXE, good job, dude. I'm so proud of you for understanding where you're at and meeting yourself where you're at and understanding that you're just not ready for that kind of thing yet. And like, that's good to understand about yourself, because a lot of people might be like way too young to be thinking about processing something like that, especially alone. Like, you're never ever supposed to do that kind of thing alone. And so, I'm glad. Jesus. She's blasting a little. It always plays at the worst time. I just think it's really funny. Like, I just love it when, like, it's, like, so uncharacteristically, like, bad. Where it's just like, oh yeah, we're talking about this serious shit. And then it's like, Coconut Mall. Get Coconut Mall. Then it's like, awesome, dude. I cope through humor. What can I say? I cope with humor. It's definitely not something Parker does, though. It's really interesting. I used to be such a serious kid. Oh, Parker. So sweet. So soft and warm. It's so nice. Oh my god. I used to do, like, babysitting and stuff during this era, too. It's, like, one of my first little jobs. So I have, like, such fond memories of, like, taking care of young ones, and like Wild Child being in the same position where I'd be like, yep, I'm the cool older brother, I'm the cool babysitter, you know. That was a huge part of me being a teenager, was just like the very few little tiny jobs I had. It was either cleaning jobs or babysitting. So Parker's actually like fantastic with kids, and I think I outgrew that. I think I'm just like really awkward with kids now. I think it's really funny, actually. Oh gosh. Oh, I love it when you get to give Mystical Wizard. Oh, that's so sweet. Pineapple was like your childhood nickname. That's so funny. Cause like, yeah, my childhood nickname was Munchkin. Which is funny because I think that's what I would have named Wild Child had I not thought of Wild Child. Cause I was like, that was like what I was called by a lot of my peers, was just Munchkin, because I was really tiny. Oh, it's so sweet. I love drawing the eras together, y'all. This is so wholesome. I love doing this. It makes me so happy being like, oh, they're being so wholesome together. I love when everyone's getting along. I love it. I love when we're all united. It's so nice when everybody takes care of the inner child. It's so good. Because it's a big task with WC in particular. Because that child do be wild. So it's nice that everybody can share the burden a little. There we go. Up she goes. Hee. Oh, goodness. Have I been to any good restaurants or stores lately, Wannabe? No, I have not, actually. I'm a bit of a... Oh, thank you, Cosmic Canvas, again.
When will be the first area interaction special?
Good question, Cosmic Canvas. I don't know yet, because I'm so sick I can barely manage what I'm animating right now. So, it really depends. My goal would be to do like once a month, to help with my numbers, especially after YouTube. If they manage to put through what they put through, I will desperately kind of need that. So we'll see. It's really gonna depend, like, on my health, because that's why I haven't done one yet. But that's a very good question. I can't really answer it though. I don't really know, but I have a few scripts written. I could very well get them done, but it just takes so much time to animate, you know? But no, Wannabe, I have not been in any restaurants or stores lately. I don't really go out much. I'm too sick. I pretty much am kind of housebound. My world is pretty small, which is why I appreciate the internet, because it helps me feel like less alone. So I don't really go out much because I can't right now. Cat animator, yes, the pink slippers are based off of Sans from Undertale. Yes. That was like my favorite character from Undertale, and Undertale was the biggest fixation of Parker's era. So yes. I'm very excited though, because this week I made another nostalgic media speed art video for you guys, and it is about Undertale. And I'm very excited for you to see it, because it's not just like a speed art, it's a speed animation, because I did pixel art animation. And I'm really excited for you guys to see how it turned out. Because, I think it turned out really good, and I'm really happy with how they all turned out. I think you guys will really enjoy that video, because it's quite unlike all the other speed art videos of that series, because it's an animation. Oh gosh. So yeah, that video is gonna come out this week, and I'm very eager about it. I thought about uploading it like sooner rather than later, but I was like, no. I want to try to upload my long form videos on like Friday or Saturday, so that way people can watch it over the weekend, because on Sunday we have our live streams, and then we have animations, like animated shorts throughout the week, so I'd like to keep all the long form stuff over the weekend, so that way it's like you have some downtime to like kind of relax and join in if you feel. Because, I don't know, sometimes I get like, I want some long form videos to come out while I'm working throughout the week, which I rely on some YouTubers for, but for the most part, yeah, my downtime is also the weekend, so I'm like, dang. I really need like something to kind of relax with, so. Hello? My playlist. What was that all about? It just zoomed in and out. Did you hear that? The playlist just zoomed away and then came back. What the hell? Okay, whatever. Fine. You do you, playlist. Heart emoji. Oh, Kirby. What a good choice. Ugh, man. Gotta take off my signature jacket. Ugh. It's so weirdly stuffy. I hope it rains so we can just get it out of its little system. The weather really does determine a lot for me with my disabilities, unfortunately. I'm very affected by the weather. And when it's being indecisive like this, I'm like, can you please just make up your mind? Please, please, please. If you're going to rain, just rain, please. The barometric pressure, it hurts. Please. Parker is once again monologuing. To the surprise of absolutely no one, I'm sure. I think I will go ahead and color this layer just so you guys can see a little bit of the coloring come into play on stream, because I technically have another layer of line art to go, but sometimes I get really exhausted just doing line art. It's like my least favorite part. So I give myself a little break sometimes and just color one layer at a time, because I don't want to like get all burned out before I even get to the fun part, which is coloring, which is my favorite part. Alright, one more frame, and this is 1,400 frames we've covered of this 1 minute short. Of one layer of line art. In like, what? How long have I been going for? An hour and a half. Yeah. That's ridiculously fast for an animation, y'all. That's like record speed. Granted, a lot of this episode is going to be like a showcase of all my photography I did, Which I'm really excited, because it's going to be a lot of IRL photos and stuff, and you're going to kind of see what I used to look like in that era. Please be nice to me. I know I looked like a dweeb. Like, that's why I draw Parker the way I do. Like, you're going to understand entirely when you look at, like, how I used to actually look in that era. You're going to be like, whoa, you drew that very accurately. And I'll be like, yeah. Please be nice to him. Alright. Nice. Layer 1 is done. Let's give it some color. Let's give it some life. I have more likes than current viewers. That's really funny, right, the MB? People must have just popped in to like it, and like, that's it. That's really funny, actually. I very much appreciate that. It's very nice. Very nice of you guys. Oh, Stargirl Silent. That's so awesome, dude. Your ADHD guy's aligning with a mane that's all wacky. Further representation of the need of change. That's so cool. Oh, that's so wonderful. That's so symbolic and very smart. I love that. My favorite character design from Persona Project, John Castor. Let's see. Favorite overall, probably Wild Child's design, because it's just like the most fun to animate for me. It's like the simplest one for me to animate, and it's also just the most fun because she has all my favorite things I like to animate. She has freckles, she has the little frog cheeks that puff out sometimes, and she also has the little tadpole tail because I love animating tails wagging. It's like such a fun little animation thing I like to do. And yeah. That's probably it. Other than that, I think the entities are my strongest designs as well, because it's just a really good way to depict all of them in like such a good, healthy manner. Like, I feel like I did such a good job depicting my entities above all else, because they really were the most important designs outside of properly representing myself at different time periods. Alright, Blackbird, Parker. Gosh dang it, there we go. Wild Child. Luckily I have color palettes that help me a ton and speed up my animation process. Like when I click on Wild Child's cheeks, the tools are already set to like a really big circle and then a really small circle, so I don't have to like select my tools. It just automatically changes my tools for me, because it's just, my animation program is built for animation. It's like used by professional studios, and it's like, dang, I see why, because it's just, this is all it does, and it does it so well. I heart her very much. Alright, let's give her a green crayon, because that's her favorite color. There they are. Now, you saw me color it once. Want to see me do it again 1,400 times over? Oh yeah, animation, baby! It's like, again, do it again, do it again. It's like encore, 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 constantly with animation. Eventually, you just kind of like memorize what you're doing, and it's just like boom, boom, boom. I just think it's so therapeutic. Like, I love coloring, dude. It's like my favorite part. It's just going through and meticulously, carefully getting all the little details done, and it's so fun to basically make your own coloring book every time you sit down and animate and like draw, because it's just like, line art takes so freaking long, especially for me. I'm like, alright, it'll take me like an hour and a half to do all the line art I did, and then it'll take me like 10 minutes to color it, and I'm like, man, this is so unfair. I rushed through my favorite part because it's just so much easier, and I'm like, dang, this sucks. Alright, Parker. Let's get the rebels colored in. Oops. And Parker's very, very annoyed expression. Because, yeah, the adults are really annoying. Especially in this era. You're gonna find out real quick just how annoying they are. Unfortunately, we're just kind of scratching the surface of Parker's era. I know we're kind of at the halfway point, I suppose, because he's only gonna be 4 years. I know a while back I was like kind of stuck on whether Parker was gonna have 5 years or 4, and I think I've settled on 4. So, technically after this year is done, which I think I have like 6 or 7 episodes left, of this era, or not this era, this year of Parker's, so my sophomore year of high school, has about like 7 more episodes. But yeah, after that, it's like, we're pretty much halfway done with Parker's era, and the eras are just gonna kind of get shorter as time progresses, because I kind of rapidly start jumping through eras, because I start figuring out who I am and start changing quite dramatically, once I start going to therapy and stuff, like in Haley's era especially, so you'll see. It's very interesting. I think it's really important that I put a lot of the focus on my inner children, because they are the most wounded, and most misunderstood and least heard out of everyone. So that's why there's a big focus on my inner children, like these 3, Parker, Blackbird, and Wildchild, because my inner adults did a better job of self-advocating and getting help, but the children never had the chance, so.
6-7.
Why are we screaming 6-7? Thank you, Sachikoko. Thank you for the 6-7, but I don't understand why we're screaming 6-7. Maybe is it just cause we just had the itch to 6-7? I mean, alright, slay. I think it's funny. I think it's really funny. I'm never one that's gonna sit here and hate on Gen Alpha or any of the newer, like, Gen's vocal stems and stuff, because I think they're funny and they're fun, and like people should just have fun and stop being jerks. Like, I'm so tired of being like, oh my god, Gen Alpha only talks like as if they're streamers, guys, they're brainwashed, oh my god. And it's like, dude, they're gonna become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, you can't just treat people like that. Like they're freaking kids, of course. Like, dude, they did the same shit to me when I was a kid. They'd be like, oh, these damn kids and their creepypastas and their warrior cats. Like, oh, these damn kids and their XYZ, their RAR XD, like, rainbows, ISO random, their, like, goth phases. Like, you know, it's always something. Like, whenever there's a new generation, kids are always put down. That shit pisses me off so bad, let me tell you. Like, stop that. Like, how about we just let people be who they want to be and say what they want to say and just, like, have some fun, dude. Like, leave them the heck alone. Like, leave the kids alone. 2026. This is just... I'm so tired of, like, kids not being able to do freaking absolutely anything, especially teenagers. Can't do a single thing without everybody coming to light them on fire for being cringe or, like, wrong in some way. And it's like, dude, they literally are just existing. Can you, like, calm down? Like, leave them the hell alone. I'm like, I am such a big believer of the younger generations, and like, I fully support them in ways that I wish most adults would. Instead, they just put them down and make them feel bad for liking things, and it's like, dude!
Acting like we didn't have brain rot like that, lol.
No, for real, Wandering Souls, we had brain rot too! It was like, every generation does. Like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear how this generation's so hopeless, and our kids, they can't do this, they can't do that, and it's like, dude, this generation, like all the others, is just falling into the same cycle of old people just hating on them for no reason. And it's like, leave the kids alone. Let them have fun. Like, oh my god, 6-7 is funny. Leave them alone. Like, if you don't understand it, that just means you're freaking old and lame. Like, get over it, dude. Like, it says a whole lot more about the people who are hating on literal children for having fun. Like, oh wow. Wow. You must be such a pleasure to be around. Because, man, I can only imagine how miserable they must feel inside if they feel the need to put down literal children for having fun and being children. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, oh my god, this teenager is acting like a teenager. Everyone make fun of them now and tell them how hopeless our future is. It's like, dude! Leave them alone! Like, oh my god! Stop that!
Whenever kids at work say it, I think they enjoy seeing me suffer, so I mostly play up my annoyance so they get the satisfaction of getting a reaction.
Right? Like, it's just silly, and it's not serious. Like, I wish people would understand that. Oh my god. I wish I would understand that so bad. I really do. It makes me so sad to watch, like, the younger generation basically just get absolutely shot on for no freaking reason, dude. It's just like, leave the kids alone and let them have fun. Like, it's not bothering you, it's not hurting you. Like, every generation, young generation, has been misunderstood by the generation prior. You can literally look in history books. It is just a constant motif of like, they're young, so therefore they must be stupid and not understand what they're doing, and like, oh, they're wrong. And it's like, no, dude, that's our future. Those kids are our future, and I believe in them. Like, just let them enjoy their childhood and have fun. And stop, like, putting them down for having interests and, like, likes and cultural, you know, like, sayings that, like, you don't understand. It's, like, so bizarre. So, yeah. TLDR. Gen Alpha, you're gonna be rad. And you're not what the freaking adults say you are, and, like, you just don't deserve to be put down in that way. You deserve to be allowed to say silly things and have silly trends that they don't understand. It's just a part of being a child, I fear, in our society. It's just, you're kind of destined to be misunderstood no matter what generation you're born in. Because for me, it was something else entirely, but it's still very similar how they've been treated versus how they're being treated. Literally Charlietown. Stop bullying kids challenge. Literally, like, leave them alone, dude. Leave the children alone. Let them have fun. Good Lord have mercy. Cause like, if they're not allowed to have fun now, when are they? You know the world they're going to inherit? Cause I know the world they're going to inherit. It's like, the least they can do is enjoy, like, their freaking childhood. Like, goddamn. Like, why are we taking that from them? That's crazy. Oh, gosh. I'm gonna leave some frames blank here because some of them are gonna contain artwork from this era, and I have to go into some personal folders to get that artwork, and I am not doing that on stream because I'm not dumb. So... if you see random frames looking blank, like the pieces of paper and stuff, it's because I'm intentionally leaving it blank right now to go back and fill it in off camera so I can go into my personal files and grab the artwork. Can this please? There we go. How I, like, do my eyes is I have a trick with the gradient tool. Like, technically the gradient tool is something I can drag and turn into a gradient, but if you just tap in place, it makes like a sharp line. So I just kind of double tap my gradient paint bucket and it turns it into a line, so I don't have to go through and like basically like highlight the area I want and then like have to go through and do every single eye individually. This lets me very quickly just kind of boom 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 color in eyes. And it's just like a little trick I've done for like ever. Alright. Going through the eras here. We went through Wild Child's little little debacle. Now we're gonna go through blackbirds with my grandparents, who continuously seem to have a theme in the most recent episodes. Because they were kind of a bigger part of my teenage years. They did help me kind of gain life skills that no one else was teaching me at the time. So that's why you'll see them a lot more frequently than previous eras, because they are big helps, despite everything kind of terrible that's been going on in recent episodes. It's very nuanced. It's like always with Persona Project, extremely nuanced. Oh, it's been so long since I've colored the blue jay wings. Ugh. Beautiful. Awesome. We love to see it. Alright, now back to Parker's era. We're jumping eras a lot, because this episode's just kind of spanning across my childhood here. Cool. Oh, I love this game. I freaking love all of the Mario Karts. Oh! Yo, dude! Dash Yoshi, you've been here forever, dude. Oh my god, it's so good to see you, dude. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Despite everything, I am persevering. I'm very Undertale despite everything. It's still you. We're still out here. We're still out here making cool stuff. And healing. Oh goodness. These people. Not my favorite, but like important to put in. It's always like so annoying when I have to like fully sit here and color and animate people I don't like. It's like definitely a challenge for me sometimes when I'm like, I don't like these people that are in Persona Project right now, but I have to animate them because this is like how my life went and I need to stay true to that for my era's sake. Like this was Parker's reality, you know? This was just his world at the time. But yeah, this is when you can see I start to get like boom, 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 I'm coloring, and it just naturally goes pretty quickly. Because I just have everything memorized too, my little color palettes and things. Whoop. Just like that, Parker's speech is just colored. Boom. Pink slippers. Oh, I wasn't expecting some frosty music. Okay. Man. I am pretty excited for fall. I won't lie, I am pretty excited for fall. But I also am trying to enjoy the last bit of summer. I know corporations tend to try to push our seasons way before they actually start anymore, so I'm trying to relish my little bit of summer I have left and enjoy everything before it gets a little too frosty. So I hope you all are doing the same and enjoying your summer, whatever's left, because man, I'm sick and tired of Halloween stuff showing up so early in stores that I'm just sitting there like it's not time yet. And then by the time it is time, it's already has, you know, like, winter holiday stuff. Like, as soon as, like, it gets, like, a week into October, it's like, okay, time to think about the holidays, and it's like, no, dude, like, why is everything being rushed so bad? Like, everyone is clearly fatigued by this. Like, I have not met a single person who's like, oh, heck yeah, I can't wait to get my Christmas tree in October. Like, said no one ever. Because they're like, it's Halloween, it's fall. Like, absolutely no one wants to rush fall. I promise you. Like, I promise you. Oh, Astrolodals, I still love your username, dude. It's good to see you again, but I do hope you managed to get your little summer bucket list checked off and you get to go to the beach one more time. I know I got to go to the beach this summer, and that was really cool. I've never been to the beach where I currently live, and that was fun. It was nice to discover something about the place that I live. Alright. Oh! I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Capasco? Capasco. Welcome to being a tadpole! Yippee! You'll get to see videos early now and get a bunch of other cool benefits and stuff. Welcome to the club. Thank you so much for joining, dude. I very much appreciate that. That is the #1 way to support me, so I appreciate it, dude. Thank you. Hope you enjoy your stay. Alright, let's color Wild Child now. I love when I get to draw Wild Child again. I cried so hard when I finished her era because I was like, I'm never gonna draw her again! And I was being like so dramatic. And I was like, oh, what if I never draw Wild Child ever again? I'm gonna be so upset. And then it comes to find out like, nah, I'm gonna draw her way more than I thought because she is like such an important part of me. She shows up across all the eras. Like there is absolutely no way I would ever get out of never drawing her again. Because yeah, she really is just really, really important to all of the eras.
My family are following Halloween and obsessed lol.
Yes! Oh, I love to hear that, Wandering Souls. Thank you again for the dono. Thank you so much, guys, for all the donations today. It's really, really sweet. I very much appreciate it. No, so is mine. Mine growing up was absolutely fiends for Halloween, and I still am to this day. I think my favorite traditions. Oh yeah, welcome Magma Draconis. Oh, what an amazing name. How dramatic. I love to see that. Oh, welcome to be our guardian angel. Thank you so much, dude.
I like your art.
Oh! Thank you, everybody. I'm feeling so overwhelmed with love. Thank you so much, Rocky Drosselite, again and again. I'm so glad you like my art style. Welcome, Magma, and thank you, Wandering Souls. Oh my gosh, thank you guys. Holy cow. Very cool. But yeah, my art style is definitely unique. It's something I've worked really hard on and have kind of stuck with since I started. But no, about Halloween, dude, my favorite traditions by far are baking. I love making like sweet treats like pumpkin pie, and I like doing anything that has to do with like savory dishes like soups. I love making soups and baking bread to go along with them, and like fall has some of the most superior culinary things, I have to say. Like out of all the seasons, it's just like my favorite foods, I swear. And outside of that, my other traditions are definitely trick-or-treating, and I get to go trick-or-treating at my local zoo in my wheelchair, which is nice because it's accessible for me. Most neighborhoods are not.
I feel dumb for buying my Pomni a Christmas dress over a Halloween dress.
Oh, you got your Pomni a little dress. That's so cute. Oh my god, that's adorable. Oh my god. It's okay if you want to get a Christmas dress. That's like totally your preference. I'm just saying, like, it's okay if you like certain holidays. It's just that I wish corporations wouldn't push it on us. You know what I mean? That's what I'm mostly complaining about. Not anybody's individual tastes. If you want to put a Christmas dress on your plushies, slay. Do that. That sounds really, really sweet and fun. Ugh, but no, what else? I love carving pumpkins. Carving pumpkins is a big tradition of mine. I like to go to my local farmer's market or local farms and pick up some pumpkins to carve. I'm a big pumpkin carver. And I like dressing up too, if I can. Lately, I've been a little too sick to dress up like that, but I still try to participate in other ways. Oh. Oh, Super Stormflea, good to know. I know I have little Build-A-Burp quotes for my plushies as well.
I know this isn't much,
Oh,
but I
thank
hope
you.
this helps.
Heck yeah.
You inspire me to try and make my own Persona project at some point, or at least make OCs for my eras. Keep up the awesome work.
Dude, thank you, Shimo Claw. Thank you for the dono, dude. I very much appreciate it. Thank you. I'm so happy I can help inspire you to look at your eras and make them a reality. That's so sweet, dude. I hope your Persona project goes well whenever you decide to start it. Oh, goodness. Oh, yes. Frogymation, same. I love baking the pumpkin seeds afterwards with like a little bit of paprika. Oh man, it's so delicious. I love baking pumpkin seeds. Oh god, what kind of things do I carve in my pumpkins? Axolotls? It really depends on like what I'm interested in at the time, because I don't know, it really depends. Like the last time I carved pumpkins, I didn't Enderman because I've been like a big Minecraft fan.
Your streams helped me through college burnout.
Sunset Guppy! Oh, it's so good to hear from you. Yay! I'm so happy it's helped you through burnout. Oh, burnout sucks so bad, dude. I'm happy to keep things rolling and keep things fresh and good. Oh, and Sachi Coco. Oh my gosh! Sachi Coco! The voice actor of Jax saw your plushie? That's so amazing! That's so cool, dude. Oh my god. It's amazing how small our world really is sometimes, huh? Like, yeah, they really are just out there. Like, dang. That's awesome, dude. I'm so glad I can help with the burnout, guys. Because, yeah, like, we need more whimsy and hope and joy in the world. Like, we just need more real, authentic people. Like, I wish I had YouTubers to watch that were like me. I really do. It's one of my things where I'm just like, man, I want somebody to do what I do for me, but at least I can provide it for everyone else. Maybe someday someone will come up with the idea and be like, you know what? I'm gonna be not exploitive, and I'm not gonna sit here and try to get a bunch of money and subs and crap off of my work and blah blah blah. Because lately, I don't know about y'all, I've been so fatigued about the advertisements. Like, the amount of advertisements I see, just even with, like, YouTubers, I'm getting so absolutely ridiculously fatigued over the amount of freaking shameless ads I see from, like, influencers. And, like, the horrible segues that people make where they're just like, and this brings me to my sponsor of the day, so-and-so, and it has nothing to do with anything. Like, I'm so tired of it. Like, they're not slick. Like, I'm so tired of influencers doing that crap. I'm so fatigued.
Hi Holly. I adore your shows. Brightside is my favorite series to rewatch when I need motivation. Excited for my PetPyves shirt to arrive soon.
Dude! Heck yeah! Oh my god, I'm so happy you got merch recently. I hope they arrive soon and you enjoy them as much as I do. They have no tags. Oh, and they're so soft. I love them. I'm wearing one right now. They're my favorite things. Oh man. But yeah, I love Brightside too. I'm hoping to work on some Brightside soon. It's on my agenda for this month if I could so help it. Oh man, I'm hearing some Wii Sports action. Oh no, it's Wii Music! Oh my god. That's nostalgic. Oh my god, that's so nostalgic. But yeah, no, I'm really hoping to work on some Brightside, y'all. Like, I love that. I love that dang show. I need to get back into it and, like, get back to editing it. They're just such long episodes and it's very intimidating. But once I start, I'll be good. I'll be fixated. It's just I gotta, like, start. Cause yeah, Brightside's one of my favorite stories I've ever told with my friends. It's so good. Oh, Sleepy Animator, you have a 12 shirt? Nice, dude! Yeah, those shirts are so freaking fun. Like, they turn out so beautiful. Oh my god. The Rat Master. How would you hypothetically tackle a persona project where the entertaining young adult are the most wounded while the children are unscathed? I mean, it would just kind of look like you'd have less episodes for your childhood to cover. And what is happening? Is this just like actual gameplay in the background? Like, give me music. Stop this. Okay, we're back. We're so back. But yeah, you would just make some, you know, your childhood wouldn't be like the main focus, whereas it is for mine, because it sets the framework for the rest of my life. It would very much be like, you would focus more on, and then like, I became a teenager, and then your teen years would be the bulk of your persona project, along with your young adult, kind of tackling what was going on and having your inner children maybe be a little confused about, oh, but everything's been fine, like, what's the matter, you know, like, not really understanding and having like that privilege point of they didn't experience anything like that, but not holding resentment towards them, but just kind of having them understand, like, hey, these two need more help. And yeah, it's just one of those things. Like, you obviously, it's up to you how you interpret your own story, but I think it would just make more sense to obviously give them more of the attention that they need. and let them speak more because they had the most happen to them. It makes the most sense, right? Arcs. Oh, no tags. No, yeah, like I when I made my merch, I made sure that they were going to be vetted for neurodivergent people, because I, for one, I overheat easily, and B, I hate tags, and C, whenever it comes to like unisex clothing and stuff like that, I get really annoyed because most of the time they don't fit me right, or they're like either gigantic or they're not unisex at all, and it's like so bizarre. So I made sure that I tried like a bunch of different manufacturers and stuff to make sure that they kind of fit all my standards, because I picked this very lightweight t-shirt, so it's like breathable, so you won't overheat in these shirts. They're not like really thick, heavy t-shirts, because like I hate when my t-shirts are so freaking heavy. Like, why does it need to feel like I'm wearing a freaking sweater? It's a t-shirt, you know what I mean? Like, so like, I don't know about you, I'm very, very, very picky about my clothes. So I bought like essentially one of everything I could with all my designs on it, and was like, yes, okay, what is my favorite of all of these? Like, what checks off all my boxes? And I think the main thing that got me with this one that I use right now, which is Bella and Canvas, is not only are they an ethical company, they're a sustainable company as well. And I didn't want to invest anything in something that was going to harm the environment or harm its workers in any kind of capacity, because unfortunately with the t-shirt industry, it is unfortunately one of those industries that is extremely bad and does not treat their employees well or correct, and I didn't want to have to contribute to that. So I was very careful to make sure that not only was it friendlier to the environment, but it was ethical for the workers who are making them, and also that they are accessible to me and my audience who are neurodivergent and have different needs and sensory issues, because it's a big thing for me. I can't tell you how many times I've ordered merch from like YouTubers that I like and have had to sit there and be like, well, I hate this, and now I don't want to ever wear this because it's not accessible to me, because it's not comfortable to me, and like it makes you feel like you wasted money, and it's like sad. Like, you don't ever want to like waste things. So like, to me, that's like my method of like, here, like, it's really soft and it's comfortable and it's got a cool design on it, and it doesn't kill the environment or employees to make it. Like, that should be the standard, man. I wish more people would care. I wish it would care. Sachi Coco, I've had a similar experience with Glitch's store. I have a sweater that I barely wear because it's too small on me somehow, even though I got a size up than I usually wear, and it's still too small on me. And I'm like, how? That's crazy. Like, it sucks. Like, I wish people would, their sizing information be a little better and like more accessible, and I wish they would just do a little bit better advertising it that way. Because most of these companies that make merch and stuff for like YouTubers, do they tell you where they source their stuff? Like, do they say, oh yeah, so here's the manufacturer I'm using and why, and or do they just pick the cheapest option and then you don't know where it's being made or how? Because for me, I very much made sure that it wasn't going to be something absolutely evil. Because I was like, I want to support something that helps not damage the environment, but because, like, I don't know, I would feel really guilty if it was like, cool, here's all this merch, guys, and then it's like, turns out this company's evil, and it's like, oh no, now all my merch that I've ever made was like harming the environment and stuff. Like, I don't think I could ever do that, you know? I wish more people, again, I will say it again and again, I wish more YouTubers were like me, because I wish I had YouTubers like me for myself to support and learn from, but here we are. I had to do everything on my own and order a bunch of merch for myself and just try it all out myself. Oh, the Puff. I love Korn. I love Korn's video. All of their videos. They're like one of the coolest non-binary artists who I feel like I have the closest person I could probably say does anything remotely like me. It sucks. I wish that there was more than just me and them. It's always the non-binaries. Man. Oh god. yeah, I'm gonna finish up probably drawing these last few frames, because there's only a couple of frames left before all of the stuff is done for this episode, which is great. I just gotta go through and lip sync, which I'll do on my own time. I don't like to do that on stream very much because it's like really annoying. I don't want to like annoy everybody to death with like a bunch of skipping audio and stuff, because like to me it's like sensory hell and I don't like doing it to other people. So we're just gonna do the rest of the line art coloring for this other layer and call it a day. So if you have any more questions, now's a good time to start asking them before I head off and finish up a couple videos for the day, because Sundays are my big video days. After I'm done live streaming, I pretty much am working on videos all day long. Sunday and Monday, that's like what I devote all my time to. And then the rest of the week is catching up on anything else that I might not have finished. Like my longer videos like Brightside that take really long to edit, or writing more Persona Project episodes, or recording. Like, I do the bulk of my artwork in the beginning of the week because that's when I have the most energy, so it's like, you guys inspire me throughout the entire live stream, and then I'm like all jazzed and motivated, and then I go and do a ton of art, and then I chill out for a few days to give myself a break, and then I go in and I do any other little maintenance things. Because yeah, the writing portion does take up a lot more time than I think most people realize, honestly. Oh, just call me Austin, you're getting art commission from them. I'm so jealous! I would love to commission them sometime. I just can't afford to do that right now because I'm in hella survival mode, but also I'm so glad you can support them, dude. That's so cool. I hope you enjoy it. Oh my god, I love their art so much. It's so cool. Their style is so unique. I love it so much. Sleepy animator, I'm glad you enjoyed the scrubbing the audio, because some people don't enjoy it. Sachikoko, there is a Discord server, but it is a membership benefit. You have to be at the $10 tier because it's a semi-private server. If I had a big old server, I don't think I could handle it. I have a very small staff, and it's just mostly me most of the time managing stuff, and it's kind of too stressful for me to have a public server, but there is at least a semi-public server in that it's like a benefit. Just to kind of keep it, like, a little bit easier to manage, you know. We have a lot of fun over there regardless. Alright. Oh yeah, this is like a cute little animation of rubbing Wild Child's head. Like patting her little head. This is a really easy one that I like to do. It's just a little back and forth 3-frame patting of the head. There you go, Wild Child. Alright. We're gonna draw a little edgy blackbird. A little edgy blackbird. Ooh, any tips for not demonizing your entities even though they caused a lot of harm? I think it's very natural to feel anger and like distrust, betrayal, upset. Like it's very natural to be angry, and I think you need to allow yourself to be angry. It's like, you know how we get angry at our loved ones? Doesn't mean that you don't love them anymore. It's just you're angry at them, and that's totally valid and okay. There comes a point in time where like you're gonna be angry at everybody, at anybody. It can happen, and like I think it's totally valid and okay, and you need to maybe make like a little segment talking to them and being like, I still love you, and I understand you were trying to help, but you did really hurt me, and I am really upset with you, and it's okay to be upset with them, especially if they did hurt you. You look at how many times in Persona Project I have glared at the trickster. Like sometimes it's like I get really upset with my entities too. They are frustrating sometimes, but saying that you hate them isn't necessarily true or good, you know. It's, you never hate the people that you love or are a part of you. It's just some parts might frustrate you, and that's okay. And I think that's okay to like it's just okay to be a little upset at them, especially if they've done really horrible things, but you have to understand why they did it and acknowledge it and understand that's like, I don't hate you, I'm just angry with you, and I have the right to be angry with you because you really hurt me. Just like you would an adult in your life. Just like you would with like anyone in your life who has upset you. Like, treat them like a person. I think that's the best way you can go about it. You're completely valid and okay to be upset with them. But it doesn't give you the right to absolutely hate them, because you can't. They're a big part of you. That's just not good for you. You know what I mean? My bottle cap! It flew away. Okay, let's see. How many Persona Project episodes are there gonna be, I think, is what you're asking, Potato Chippy? That's a really good question. Right now, I know we're at like basically 250 episodes, and we're only kind of not even halfway done with Persona Project as far as eras go, but like I said, the eras are just gonna get shorter as time goes on. Because the bulk of what happened to me was in my childhood, and my adulthood was just kind of spent healing that and like seeing patterns from these incidences kind of appear once more and realizing, oh my gosh, I need to heal XYZ, right? It's a bit of a cautionary tale with my adult stories, telling how I'm like, wow, I wish I would have taken my PTSD more seriously and blah blah blah, stuff like that. But I'll significantly less episodes because when I'm an adult, I have a lot more autonomy and ability to take care of myself in ways that I never could. So you're gonna see a lot of like shorter episodes, less amount of episodes, and I think with every era so far, every like year of Persona Project has been about like 20 episodes. Sometimes more, sometimes less. And Parker's Era Included has about 20 episodes each. But I think by the time we get to Holly, there might be 10 to 15 episodes per year. It's gonna get shorter because I just don't have very much that was happening. I was mostly just like being an adult and working, and it's like not very much to cover in that way. I will cover some of the major stuff that has to do with my mental health and like events that were really, really, really important to me, of course, but it's like, yeah, it's just gonna get less and less a little. And that's okay, but I don't know how many episodes total. If I could make like a guesstimate by that way, it would be like, by the time Parker's Era is done, we'll be at like almost 300, and that'll be the bulk of Persona Project. And then we'll probably get somewhere around 400 episodes, probably by the time it's done, is my guess. So we're at 250, so we're a little halfway over the middle point, I guess. It's really hard to gauge because I haven't written it yet, so I can't really tell you exactly, oh yes, I've written it all out and it's going to be approximately this long, so it's a big win. So I don't know. That would be my best guess, though. If you could, what would you change about your early Persona Project videos? Choco GLX. I think I would change the way I do subtitling because I get a lot of complaints of people being like, oh, it gets covered up by like stuff on the screen, which does make me really mad because like it just progressively gets worse with YouTube, I fear. Like there's just so much crap on the screen that covers up my subtitling, and it's really hard to do because I do it in my drawing program, so every single word I have to basically make into a stamp and like stamp it onto the canvas. So subtitling takes a long time for one thing, and another thing, half the time it's being covered up by the YouTube UI, and so I wish I could find a better way to make it a little easier and maybe do it in a different program so I can better predict where the stupid UI is going to be on YouTube, so not so much if it's getting cut off, because it's like really hard for me to gauge with the program that I use currently. That would probably be the only thing I'd change, just to make it just a little bit easier for people to, like, see it. Cindy Kitten, if my audio's quiet, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna have to ask you to turn it up on your end, because I'm very noise sensitive, and I really don't want to hurt myself to make sure it's loud enough for everybody else, because it's going to blast my ears off and hurt me, and I don't want to hurt myself in that way. So if you could accommodate yourself, I'd very much appreciate it, and I'm sorry if it's too quiet. Like, this is a normal volume for me. Like, this is, like, comfortable for me, and that's what's important, is that I'm comfortable in my own little space here. Speaking of which, there's this loud song I'm gonna skip. Forget that. She's too loud. Ooh, dude, Kat, that's really cool, dude. I like the name of your Persona project being like, no one ever asked. That's like, that's such a powerful statement. That is really cool, dude. I wish you the best of luck on that project. Here's gonna be a really funny shot of Robin era and current me looking at each other like, oh my god. Because, like, Parker's like, yeah, guys, so what do we do as a job now? And we're like, nothing, Parker. We don't do YouTube as a job. What? No, don't worry, Parker. Don't worry about it. It's really funny. I like when I get to end the episodes on a bit of, like, humor. Because sometimes it gets a little serious, and, like, I'm alright with being serious when I need to be, but I'm a goofball at heart. Like, honestly and truly. Ugh, but yeah, I love I love when I get to include Robin, because I feel like Robin is the least included out of all of the eras, because they're just like me right now, and I just kind of draw myself as like me narrator me with like the burgundy jacket, and I don't draw Robin as much because of that, because it's like Robin's still like in the making, so it's really hard to draw them from a place where I'm like, yeah, I know exactly who Robin is, and it's like, no, I really don't. Not yet. I'm getting a better idea every day of who I am, but it's not perfect. Oh! Alright, we're gonna color these last bit of frames. We're in the home stretch. Home stretch, gamers! Yippee! I love when I get to do these on stream, because then people in the comments in the video will be like, I got to see this live, and I'm like, yay, you did! You watched it turn in from a blank canvas all the way into art. Isn't that so fun?
He's a valet.
He's a valet, Parker! No! Parker! You poor thing. That's so silly. Thank you, Sachi. I love that joke. It's such a good joke for Parker. I'm a valet. Oh god. Parker's so silly. I love Parker. We need more sillies, man. We need more sillies in the world. There we go. Alright, we have a bunch of art supplies here. I just realized I didn't draw a mouth on her. My bad. There you go. I guess you can have mouth speaking privileges, I suppose. Cool. Let's do a bunch of books. My grandparents were the ones who got me a bunch of books on, like, how to draw and stuff. Like, they were definitely, like, really encouraging about, like, being a cartoonist, and we're kind of the only people who, like, encouraged that, which is interesting. Because obviously they had ulterior motives, but, like, to me, I was like, as a kid, I was just like, oh, heck yeah, I love all this stuff. I'm gonna put cat and dog book because I had like a bunch of different books that like would teach me how to do all kinds of different art stuff. I had like very specific like how to draw dragons and how to draw anime and like all of that classic stuff. That was like all my big stuff there. Rocky!
I feel silly Billy greater than 3.
Yay! I love being silly. I love being silly. Oh my god. I'm so silly IRL. I'm like goofy 99% of the time. It's funny because I think Persona Project is like the most serious thing I've ever made, and like in reality I'm just like, I am so freaking silly. My main vocal stim is meowing. Like, there's no way anybody should be taking me seriously. It's just really funny to me sometimes. I'm like, man, I really am silly. But I'm not doing a good job of portraying that in Persona Project because I'm just so, like, dead-ass serious because it is serious because it's, like, real life stuff and I'm like, dang. Oh man, I love this stupid game. Love Mario Party. The stage was so fun too. It was like the like mini game thing. Oh gosh, this game was so good. First Mario Party went crazy. I don't know like how they set the bars so high from the get-go, but they sure did. Like, this slaps! Oh my god. Anyways. There we go. My least favorite people. There we go. Oh, shoot. I gotta get that coloring back for how I colored, this. Here we go. Oh, the layers are gonna go crazy for a moment because I gotta go and get my colors from another layer because I don't feel like pulling up a reference. There we go. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. We're trucking along. We got a blackbird being edgy because that's what she does best. Love her. Alright, Parker being very adorable, happy about camera tings. Let's see, where's the camera? I liked taking the colors I've already done and like making sure they're consistent across, you know, the entire video. So, like, I know it doesn't matter, I could just grab any random gray and it would probably work, but I'm like, no. No. What if I go back and get the exact colors I already used because I care about consistency, you know? Let's do this. There we go. How would you feel about making a different YouTube short series after Persona Project? Wince Media. I have plans to do so, but if YouTube's gonna change how they're gonna pay people making shorts, then I'm not gonna use shorts. Point blank, I'm gonna rebel against that. If they're gonna punish short-form content creators, then I'm not gonna participate in that system. I can easily make any of my cartoons into long form, just as I could very easily make them into short form. And I'm gonna choose whatever form is going to help the show survive and thrive the most. And for some of them, I really do think short form content would be perfect for them. But again, if YouTube's just gonna put ads all over my videos and not pay me for it, like with their recent changes to monetization, then I can't support that and I can't give them basically free money. Like, I'm not handing money to a corporation for no reason like that. Like, that's just not gonna happen. So it really is gonna kind of determine, like, when February rolls around, if these people are gonna keep their very absurd changes or not. And if they don't, then yeah, I'll probably do Mouse Tales will be my next short form series. And it's gonna be about Peeves, my little yellow mascot with the red ears. It'll be about Peeves and his friends exploring their little world and having silly little adventures. That would be my next series. But it's entirely dependent on whether or not they're gonna treat creators with respect. Because if they're not, I'm not helping them. You know? It's just not what I want to do. Okay. Robin Stripes, do. Let's get me colored in. Oh! That was horrifying. We're gonna pretend we didn't see that. My jacket was, like, a part of my skin for a moment. That was horrifying. I do apologize. Animation mistakes will haunt me for the rest of my life. I swear to God. They're so scary sometimes. I'm like, okay, I could have lived my whole life without seeing my jacket turn into my skin. Thank you very much. That was terrifying. Oh God, I'm good. I'm really good. Oh God, help. That was so scary. Anyways. It looks like we're all done here. Nice. Yeah. They're fine. Alright. And that's what it looks like to do all of the frames for an episode before I do everything. The lip sync, the backgrounds, the little finite details and everything. It takes me about 4 to 6 hours to make an episode of Persona Project. This one's just particularly short because it's just a showcase of all my photography, so. This one I got away with, like, a lot of frames not being present, but this is kind of the average. But I'll answer some final questions before I hop off for the day. Oh yeah, don't feel pressure to watch all of my content, dude. I've been on YouTube for like 10 years. I have like a backlog of a ton of stuff I've drawn and made. So like, don't worry, don't feel pressured. I'm not one of those people that's like, actually, because you haven't watched 12 and Origins, you're not a real fan. Like, I'm not gonna like be an ass. Like, do it on your own time. It's also really, really freaking old. Like, 12 and Origins is ancient now. So, it's not exactly my best work because it's like the first thing I ever made. So, it's like, if you want to watch it, be my guest. But if not, it's okay. Oh, goodness. My favorite Zelda game, Hippocampus. That's a good question. Oh, that's so tough. How do I pick my favorite Zelda game? Ah! Man. I played all of them. Like, a crap load of them. I don't know. Probably Breath of the Wild? Not Tears of the Kingdom. I mean Breath of the Wild. I just really like how freaking dark the story was. And how it was like this big exploration, just kind of like post-apocalyptic version of Hyrule. Like, I know that's like, everybody says that that's probably their favorite, or like, it's like Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask, but like, I personally liked the kind of Toon Link games as well. Like, I loved Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass. But I like Breath of the Wild because it's just like, so story rich and lore rich, and it encourages you to explore, and I really like that aspect a lot because I love Hyrule as a world. Thank you, Rocky, again. Oh my goodness.
Which years are we allowed to draw, and which setting are we allowed to draw them?
Good question, Rocky Draws a Lot. In the description there is a list of rules in my rules and regulations video and or document. It's always in all the descriptions of my videos. You can either look at the document and find my fan art rules there, or you can watch the video, either or. I put out extremely specific boundaries with Persona Project. It's okay to draw my eras, or my brother in his eras, but no one else, because they don't have the consent to agree to anybody drawing them. They don't, you know, they're anonymous, and I like to keep them that way, and I respect them. Strictly positive settings. Obviously, I don't want people drawing dramatic fan art of anything bad that's happened to me. That's, like, really not okay. I'm not a character, and my personas are not characters. They're not something to make edits of. They're not something to make AMVs of. Like, I've had a couple people make edits of Wild Child, and I'm like, please don't do that. Wild Child's not a character that you can make an edit of, like, oh, their poor backstory. Like, this is my real life. It comes with a lot of boundaries. When it comes to, like, my OCs, however, like 12 in Origins, or, like, Mousetails, like Peeves, like, they're characters. You can make headcanons, you can make AUs, you can do whatever. Like, the limits are a lot less when it comes to my OCs, because they're characters, they're fictional, but, like, with everything else, it's very, very strict, because it's real. How do I do Wild Child's voice? It's harder for me to do now. I've been doing a lot of voice training to make my voice deeper, because, gender, I don't really want my voice to be super high, because it was very performatively very high in the past. So when I do it, I have to warm up quite a bit anymore,
Because my highest voice range can go all the way up here.
and it's like,
All the way up here.
and I have to like train my voice to go back high again when I'm doing,
Oh, Wild Child's voice.
and then,
Blackbird's is easier because it's like still high pitched but kind of down here.
and Parker's is the deepest, so it's like, if I have to voice them in the same episode, I'm like, okay, I have to record Parker's first so I can, like, be all edgy or whatever, and have to bring my voice down really deep and act like I'm the coolest guy ever, and then I have to, like, jump back to being Wild Child. So, like, it takes a lot of practice. I've done voice acting for, like, 10 years, but it's still really hard for me to do Wild Child's voice anymore. During her era, it was a lot easier because I was practicing it a lot more and doing it a lot more, but, like, yeah. It's definitely harder now, especially now that I'm doing Parker's voice, which is deepest, like one of my deepest voices, and like, yeah. It definitely is hard to go back and forth. And I'm losing a bit of my Wild Child voice. It's definitely gotten deeper, because I've been training my voice to be deeper. Ugh. Yeah, the puff, that's a great way of putting it, since it's like, you're always gonna have ADHD and stuff, and like autism and like neurodivergence and things like that. You really shouldn't, you know, turn them into entities, because it's just something you kind of have to accept. It's like just like a part of you and your identity. But if you have some issues that come about it that you struggle with, of course, like my inability to change, for example, change is a really hard thing for me to do as an autistic person. I would probably make him an entity about, like, my resistance to change and being like, it's okay, I'm okay with changing, but not distinctly labeling it as, oh, this is my autism. It's just like, no, this is my inability to change, which stems from that, but, you know, like, it's up to you and what you think would benefit you and help heal you. I just kind of stay away from those things because I don't want people to negatively view a part of themselves that's literally a disability, because disability isn't a bad word. And I just want to make that very clear. I appreciate that, Eric, but I don't... That's very parasocial of you, and I'm sorry, I'm very uncomfortable by that. I'm not okay with people being like, let's be friends. I'm not okay with people calling me like some kind of title that I don't feel is necessary. I'm not to be put on a pedestal. I'm just some guy on the internet that makes cool stuff. I'm not a god like you were referring me to. That is highly inappropriate. Please don't do that, guys. And be wary. Like, parasocial relationships are a little dangerous, so just be careful. Like, you know, I'm like a 28-year-old adult on the internet, and I can be your cool internet big sibling. I can give you cool advice and make cool art, make cool stuff that you can enjoy, but we're not friends. I don't know you personally, and that's okay. There's a whole different dynamic, and it's nice if you're like, hey, I look up to you. Cool, dude, that's awesome, but like, I'm not actually like your big sibling, and I'm not actually your friend, okay? Like, I don't want it to be like weirdly parasocial, okay? Because that's not healthy, and that's not good. You need to be surrounded by real friends and real people, and not somebody online who you idolize. You know what I mean? It's good to have a little bit of both. You can have people who you look up to inspire you, like I do. I absolutely have artists who I look up to and inspire me, but I don't ever say, oh, I hope we could be friends. Oh, we're friends, or oh, you're a god, or oh, you're so much better than me. Like, no, dude. I look at them and I say, hey, you're awesome. Keep doing what you do. And I love that part of the internet. Let's go. And then I move on, because that's a healthy thing to do. So just be careful, guys. Just be careful. It's cool to love artists, but it's not cool to force friendship on them. Sachikoko, that is a little bit of a violent piece of fan art. I wouldn't say, like, torturing another character is probably not a good thing. I don't want to do that. Even though it's like silly and all, but it's like, no. I don't want to, like, have it show up on stream without any context, and then people are like, what in the world was that? You know what I mean? But yeah. Oh, man, I need to get finishing this episode so that way it can come out for you guys probably hopefully tomorrow or the next day. This week I have Undertale video coming out for you guys, all of my eras as Undertale characters, and it's animated pixels, and I'm like so excited about it. I hope you guys are excited for that video. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. I'm so eager. I can't wait to show you guys how cool my pixel art has gotten lately. Ugh, it's so nice. So, oh gosh. Yeah, that'll be our stream for the day. Thank you for hanging out with me and helping me get a little bit of Persona Project done. Feel like we got a nice little stories shared and some good Q&A answered. Sorry if I don't see your questions or I didn't get to them, you know. I'm one person, I do my absolute best, but it's also like I don't have to answer absolutely everything. That would just be impossible. But, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I hope you guys enjoy all of the cool stuff that's coming out to the channel this week, because there's some really neat episodes of Persona Project coming with, like, some really cool stuff. Like this one with photography, we're gonna see all of Parker's photography. I can't wait to show you guys how freaking good I used to be at it. Like, you're gonna be like, what the heck? This is so cool. Like, there's some cool stuff coming out this week. I'm really happy. Last week had a little bit of the heavier stuff, but we got cool stuff this week, so... Thank you, Fizzy Dizzy. Oh, thank you for the last dono. Thank you!
Stay safe out there, jelly beans.
Amen. I feel like that's a great note to end off on. Stay safe out there, jelly beans. Yes, practice internet safety, y'all. Be good, be safe, be well, and take care of yourself because your future eras are counting on you. Okay, until next Sunday, I'll stream at the same time, same place. Probably not next Sunday, but the Sunday after. I do have some plans and things, but, we'll keep it as consistent as possible. So until next time, whenever that may be, I will see you. Bye-bye!